The last windstorm we had tore up the quail's winter sunroom, and it's almost spring anyways, so it just makes sense to open up their enclosure and let in a little more daylight. This sunroom worked really well throughout the winter, and the quails seemed to love it. But this last windstorm had gusts over 70 miles per hour, and the panels just couldn't hold up to the wind. It's also due for a good cleaning. These panels kept the quails warm, but it made cleaning out the enclosure a bit more challenging. We had to use the goose's sunshade to block the north wind and keep the quail house from being damaged during this last windstorm. It definitely didn't look pretty, but they all made it through, and that's what matters. This panel was hit so hard by the wind that the panel detached from the screws and flipped up and into the enclosure. Thankfully, no quails were injured, and taking the enclosure apart was much easier than it was to build. Just a few screws removed, and I was able to pull out all of the panels and get some fresh air and daylight in for the quails. They seemed pretty happy about it and started sunbathing and taking dirt baths before I could even begin cleaning out the enclosure. Once all of the panels are out, I'll remove all of the quails' feeders and waters and their little hideaways and give everything a good power washing, and will refresh the entire enclosure with fresh sand.